Have you ever been in a situation where you held yourself back or you played small because you were scared of what other people could think of you? I think that most of us have been in such a situation, and it's such a sad thing because fearing the judgment of other people or fearing to be cringe leads us to enjoy life less. And I think no one should hold us back from being our most authentic, true selves and from enjoying our lives to the fullest. So, this is why I want to break down why we should embrace being cringe more and why we shouldn't fear showing our authentic selves and doing silly things. So, first of all, I do believe that we all overestimate how much other people actually think about us because if you think about yourself, how much time do you really spend on thinking about other people's lives? Like, we don't do it ourselves. So, why do we assume that other people would spend this amount of time thinking about us? It's kind of self centered, which is also normal, I guess. There's also something called the spotlight effect. We always think that we are in the spotlight because we are the ones living our lives. And of course, we see everything from our own perspective. I do think it's somehow normal that we fear being judged by other people because we are perceived all the time. And in the age of social media, it's even become more. And we are scared of the opinions of others. And even when we come across people who are judgmental, because of course there are people who will judge you in your life, you have to remember that it says so much more about them and about their self perception and their self confidence also than it will ever say about you. Because people who are very self critical and judgmental with themselves, I believe, are way more judgy also towards other people. So they reflect their self criticism on others, and people's opinions are a reflection on them, not on you. And the word opinion plays such an important role here because it's only an opinion of a stranger. It's not a fact. It says absolutely nothing about you. Opinions can stem from so many different sources, right? Maybe this person even just has the opinions like their mom or dad because they just learned it that way. So you don't even know where this opinion comes from. But yeah, how I said, I do believe that if people are more judgmental, that it can stem from a low self-esteem, and you really shouldn't take it personal at all. It really also shouldn't affect you in doing what you love. Just imagine that you don't do something because you care about an opinion of a stranger. Like, how sad is this? We should really care less because we can actually do whatever the we want to do as long as we don't harm anybody else in our surroundings. We can be cringe and we should pursue what we want to pursue. So if you secretly have something that you really want to do, but you're just scared that you come across as cringe and you have this fear of being cringy, then just remember that actually no one cares and that you are the only one whose thoughts are evolving around this right now. You are the only one holding yourself back right now because of something that doesn't even matter. Like, even if they care, even if they judge you, so what? Do it anyways and be cringe. I don't like it when people say that something is cringe because it is so downgrading, and yeah, it's just like the opposite of being silly and enjoying life and putting yourself out there. And sometimes, even in situations where you were judged by others, they will forget those situations. People forget what you did. Or if you were younger and you did something cringe and you look back on it now and you're like, oh man, if people still remember this, don't worry. People don't remember. People will forget what you did because they only think about themselves, which is a really good thing. Also, if people judge you, it can come from jealousy as well. Because maybe you are so courageous and did something that other could judge as cringe. And they maybe comment on it, and at first it makes you insecure, but when you think about it, maybe they're just a little bit jealous of you because you did something that they don't allow themselves to do. And yeah, they are living in their own cage. And to see someone freeing themselves and actually starting to putting their own goals and visions first can be intimidating. And people can be jealous of this because it is intimidating to see someone finally doing what they wanted to do in the longest time. So, for example, with this YouTube channel, I also was afraid in the beginning what other people could think of me. And I think it was one of the biggest obstacles for me to start a YouTube channel because I was like, what will the people in my life think about it? But yeah, now I'm just sitting in a park filming in public and I don't care. And also, you do become what you repeatedly do. I do believe that if we do something on a regular basis, it does become who we are. And also, it does become less intimidating and you're less fearful about it. So, if you have anything you want to pursue, I suggest that you become your biggest supporter. Stop holding yourself back. Stop letting other people holding yourself back, but also stop doing it yourself. Because in the end, we shouldn't take things so personally and we shouldn't put a label on ourselves. We really should be our biggest fan and our biggest supporter because no one else will do it for you. You have to do it yourself. And also, life is just more fun if you don't take yourself too serious. Like, who cares? Laugh about yourself. No one's perfect, and no one can be this perfect version of themselves. Just celebrate making mistakes. Everything you do will lead you further and is either a lesson or a blessing. And don't hide yourself from the world and from living a fulfilled life. I'm sure that there are so many people who would benefit of you being your true authentic self and not putting yourself in this cage, in this like perfect frame. When we watch those videos of old people who are like near to the end of their lives, they often say the thing that they regret the most is not living a life on their own terms and not living by their own rules. You know, your life should be what you want it to be. You should know what's truly important to yourself and build a life on those terms. And it's also a journey to find out what life should look like for you. But if it involves being a little bit cringe or stepping out of your comfort zone and putting yourself out there, just do it and embrace this cringy, lovable side of yourself that will bring you so much joy and that will bring you further in life. So when you will look back when you are old on your life, you can say, hey, I did it all. I have nothing to regret because I actually had the courage to put my authentic self out there and I didn't let the opinion of others hold me back. And I didn't play small because I was fearing what other people could think about me. Like, that should be the goal, I think. So, yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. And I really hope that it could motivate you to be your true self and to do the things that you really want to do. I see you in my next video really soon. Bye!